Hi, I'm Aaron Speiser, and I'm with the Screen Acting Studio. And I wanted to talk about acting because there's a lot of strange things going around, strange definitions about acting, strange ideas about acting. This is very simple. Everyone needs to know if they desire to be an actor. They need to know what the definition of acting is. Literally, what do you do as a screen actor? It's very confusing. Most people talk about, well, you emote and I want to tell stories, and you do all these things. Actually, they're all wrong. You really telling stories is the writer's job and the director's job. Getting the money and making sure the movie gets done is the producer's job. Lighting it or the lighting job, the cinematographer's job. That's the person who runs the camera and sets it up and makes it so beautiful. There's literally only one thing an actor does that an actor is supposed to do. Everyone's confused. Casting directors are confused. Directors are a little confused. They're not quite sure. Costume designers, they know what they do. They make the costumes. An actor does one thing. They don't do the costumes. They don't do the lights. They don't write the words. They don't do the hair and makeup. They don't do the props. They don't do the special effects. They don't do the stunts. They do one thing. They are supposed to live in front of the camera. Live in the imaginary world that the script creates. If it's a monster film, Godzilla, they have to live in a world where Godzilla is real. If it's a movie that takes place in outer space, where it's on Mars and all the Martians kill you and they get in your body and your brain explodes, then you have to live in that world. If it's a world where in England in the 1700s with kings and queens, then you live in that world. That's what actors do. One thing. They live in the world and they make it real. The more real and truthful they make it, the better the acting is. You have to do that at the audition. You have to do that on set. And that's the job. Then the question is, well, how do you do that? It looks so easy. Whenever a good actor does it, it frankly looks like they're doing nothing. And because it looks like they're doing nothing, people think it's the easiest thing in the world. Anybody could do it. Of course anybody. Look, they're just standing there and saying the lines. They're having some feelings, they're doing some emotions, but they work all that out before. When they memorize the lines, they work out their emotions, they work out their facial expressions, and then they just go in front of the camera and they're natural. It's the most ridiculous, nonsensical thing. A lot of actors do that. It's not going to create great acting. I'm going to give you a definition for what I believe acting is. I'm going to state it in numerous different ways so that maybe you'll understand it. Acting is creating life in the imaginary world of the script. That's a ridiculously simple definition. It's very few words. It's not complicated. I'm going to say it again. Acting is creating life in the imaginary world of the script. Another way of saying this. Acting is living in front of the camera in the imaginary world of the script. Always the imaginary world of the script, because you can live in front of the camera and it's not acting. It's living. We all are living. We're all living. And realistically, we are kind of living in an imaginary world, which I will explain later. but it's living. Now, once you add a script to it where they're not your words, now it's living in the imaginary world of the script. Acting is making it real and keeping it real. Making it real, making life in that world real, and then keeping it real till the director says, cut. That's it. That's it. They do the hair, they do the makeup, they do the lights, they tell you where to stand. There is no rehearsal except for a rehearsal right before you shoot the scene. Occasionally directors will rehearse, but any rehearsal is supposed to be done with the director. You do not rehearse by yourself. That is not your job. It is not theater. It is film and television. That's what we do. And that's what the Screen Acting Studio is going to teach you to do. It's not complicated, but it's not that simple. It's actually difficult. And if we make it look simple, you've achieved your goal to live, to be real in front of the camera and make believe or make yourself believe that there is no camera. You're going to play make-believe. You're going to play, let's make ourselves believe. Just like you did, I'm the doctor and you're the patient. And all that cool shit that you did when you were children. Do you remember? I'm the mommy, you're the daddy. You know, and yeah, I'm serving you. And you played make-believe. Make-believe, make-believe, make-believe. Make believe. What does make believe mean? It means make yourself believe something. Make yourself believe it so deeply that you go into an imaginary world. It's kind of an hallucination. It's kind of self-hypnosis where you really believe that you're married to someone that you're really not married to, and they die. And then you weep because someone you loved died. But they didn't die. You made yourself believe. That's what we're going to teach you.